Hi Scorpio, welcome to your week ahead tarot with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign, Scorpio, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you. With that said, remember they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody, and that is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your key to the week this week, you have the Temperance card. This is about getting into alignment for a big push in some way, shape or form. I feel like a lot of you Scorpios are working behind the scenes tirelessly on some big project, maybe some new release, maybe a change of home, maybe all of the above. There's something that a lot of you appear to be working on, and it's like you're putting all of this together in the practical or in the tangible, but on the deeper sort of inner levels of self, there's a lot of shifting going on of energies, of thought processes, and even thought forms and thought patterns. There's a lot going on inside you that you're trying to align so that you can push something big forward. For some of you, I feel like this is a big project complete or in some way, shape or form. So it will be interesting to see how this shows up and shapes up for you all. With that said, if you are a continued subby, you know Rafi loves you, and if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit the subscribe button. For your actions and options, you have the Six of Wands, right? So your success at aligning your physical, tangible actions with the work that you're doing on the internal level is all but assured. The other thing that I will say to you is, aside from paying attention to the details of whatever it is that you're doing, pay attention to the small wins this week, all right? So there's going to be so many little moments there's going to be so many little moments this week that show you or highlight to you that you are aligned, and it's up to you to spot them. All right, so this is going to be a great week for synchronicities. It's going to be a wonderful things for aligning. So whatever you've set up, whatever you set into motion, whatever you have called for out into the universe, it's likely to start showing up now, but it's up to you to notice when those synchronicities are starting to hit. For your communications and conversations, you have the Page of Wands. Okay, so there's two things that come up. The first one, whatever you are doing over the course, or should I say, whatever the conversations are that you're having over the course of this week, they will have been things that begun for you late November, early December of 2021. So what was happening for you around that time? I know obviously on the December the 4th, we had that powerful eclipse in the sign of Sagittarius, which was all to do with your money and your resources. It wouldn't surprise me if you're having a lot of conversations around money, finances, resources, how to improve those things, but more importantly, how to complete or allow certain projects that you've been working on to bring you that money. There's something here that feels like a very big completion for you, which I absolutely love. And it's like you're extracting that exquisite juice out of something that is totally ripe at this point. All right, so when it comes to your for those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, one way that this might show up for you is that you are one way that this might show up for you is that you're getting a solid look at the sorry, there's something happening outside. One way that this might show up for you if you're studying or in some form of academia, this could see you getting very creative or bringing a creative slant to whatever it is that you do for resources. So in a lot of ways, I actually feel like this is you putting pen to paper, or maybe even maybe this is you getting creative about whatever it is that you're trying to do, or finding new ways, new exciting ways to do whatever it is that you do. When it comes to your oh, come on, brain. When it comes to those of you that are employed by somebody else, your communications are great this month, right? It's like whatever you need, you can ask for it. And because you've got the Temperance card there, there is that kind of equilibrium going on. So if there are new resources that you need, and not necessarily just in terms of money, but things that you need to do the job, if there are things that you feel need to be updated, if there are things that you feel need to be added, this is a great week to ask for them. Don't be afraid to get into the boss and say, look, you know what, we need new computers, or you know what, what, I need new tools to do my job, or you know, the things that we have are outdated. Like this, whatever you need, get creative and don't be afraid to ask for it. For your business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, I really, really like this, because this is the culmination and the completion of something that you had set up a while ago that now starts to yield the sort of financial results, rewards, blessings that you had hoped for. This is where you start to see a glimmer of these things coming through. On the other hand, for those of you that are retired and no longer working, this could suggest, and this is for all of you as well, should I say, this also suggests that maybe a lot of the conversations that you're having around work, profession, potentially resources as well, could be things that you're revisiting again at the end of this year. The reason I say that is because that's Sagittarius season. So this is something that you really do need to think about, like what's going to be going on for you at the end of the year. Do you have plans for that kind of energy? For your love and relations, you have the Seven of Pentacles. So for me, this card is always about patience, all right? It asks you to be really honest with yourself about whatever it is that you're doing. And it also asks you to be patient, to take your time. Because you've got this with the Temperance card, the message behind this literally feels like good love takes time. You know, both in and out of the bedroom, depending on how much time you've got, right? All jokes aside, this really does feel, I mean, it's wonderful. For those of you that are partnered, you are in equilibrium. You feel good. These cards just feel great to me. They feel, yes, very triumphant, but they also feel very easy and very fun, very vivacious, very flirty. With the Seven of Pentacles and the Temperance card, this is about really taking time to be present for your lover and vice versa. And the communication is fun, it's easy, it's harmonious, it's giggles, it's banter, it's teasing each other, it's tantalizing even. For those of you that are single, I love this, right? Because you already are in your element, and because you're shining at the best and brightest of who you are, the chances are you're going to extract that from your, you know, from your partner, and maybe you'll be giving that to your partner as well. So there is a potential for you to meet someone. I am going to say, because it's the Seven of Pentacles, this is about starting slow. You've got the Six of Wands here as well. Remember what I said about that whole daily vibe? You're needing to take time. This is not about rushing it. It's about taking your time with it to extract the best out of whatever you're doing. For your money and materials, you have the Moon card. So it's starting to show up here. If it's slower than you expected, if it's not quite the tidal wave of cash or money or resources coming in at you that you wanted, please don't get disheartened, all right? It's not to say that it's not happening. It's just maybe not happening as fast as you would like, but it is happening. This is kind of like, you know, when you turn the tap on for the first time and it kind of sputters and it gives out a little bit, but it doesn't quite give it all. And then all of a sudden it starts to go. This feels like that. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, the Moon card is your it's your endocrine system and your lymph system. Because you've got the Temperance card here as well, I would say this is, I'm not a doctor, I can't give you medical advice, I'm not diagnosing anything. What I am saying, this could be a really good week for you to look at if you've had any hormone imbalances or anything like that in the past. If you're feeling anything is a little bit sluggish, maybe have your endocrine system looked at. Go and see like an endocrinologist, or maybe even just do some research for yourself, and so that you're really aware of what you're feeling, and then take that to your health practitioner. For your home and environment, the Moon card, there's a lot going on at night here. And because you've got the Temperance card as well, I would say this is probably a week where the dreamscape is going to be very active. So pay attention to your dreams. This is very often where a lot of our stuff is worked out, where we get messages and stuff. And because it's the Moon card with the Temperance card, for a lot of you, this suggests to me that you're making peace with your past. That's going to have a direct correlation to your home and your living situation, whatever that might mean to you. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.